Yo, what is good, y'all? It is D.A.R.Y.L, man. It is D.A.R.Y.L, and I am chilling with the motherfucking fellas. I've got Sos with me, I got Eddie with me, and I've got Wham Official. My brothers, what's good, man? Sos, holla at me.
Oh man, good Monday, man. Happy post 4th of July, man. It was good waking up a winner yesterday. I mean,
Yeah.
feels like a winner, and it's contagious, man. It feels better when you win. It feels better when you win. I told you, I gave y'all the answers to the test. I gave you the answers to the test. I told y'all what that man was finna do, and he went and did. It. And he went
He
and
sure
did that.
did.
Shit. He went and did that shit. So I had a great holiday week. How'd y'all holiday weekend go, man? Spend time with family. Y'all get some barbecue. What y'all do?
Oh yeah, bro. Got a little something on the grill. Chilled out. Cashed a couple MLB tickets.
Yes, sir.
And we're waiting to keep it cracking, keep it going, bro. Hopefully we
Yeah.
pull it off today as well, man. Take the bag, bro.
Yes, sir.
Man. Yeah.
Eddie, you was living it up yesterday. Everybody needed to be at your spot, the pool, dog.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. My shit been tripping, bro. My earpods, everything. So, yeah, yesterday was cool, man. I just had the family at the house. Had more family pop up than I thought was coming. So that's always nice, right?
That's how I always go.
Hey, it was crazy. Hey, but then like at the end of the night, right? So I don't know. I posted a video. I was telling my wife, I was like, man, you need to move your truck, right? I'm like, move your car. I shit you not, bro. Probably like 20 minutes after that, one of the fireworks fell over and just started shooting everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, I told you. I told you to move your car. Man. But yeah, everybody's safe, man. We living in life, man. We good, man. Trying to cash some tickets today.
Good. That's exactly what we after. It looks like happy birthday, happy born day to my man's Casual.
With you, Casual.
Looks like he's
hold on 1 second. Let me get a different hat.
Oh man. Manny told him to take his Supreme hat off. Come on, bro.
I got more.
Don't comply to Manny, bro. He don't own you. Come on,
man.
It's all good, man. Let me see. We gonna do.
I ain't mad at him though. Happy birthday to Casual though, man. Definitely, definitely a good thing to get another year, bro. Especially after last year, man. It's always good.
Get you some money. Get him some money today.
Yeah, we'll get you some money though. You dig?
Oh God.
Oh, you got the 007 hat on now?
We better. The offer 007. That better.
That's better. That's gonna have to work. Casual, we got you today. Manny, we got you today. All right.
I got you, man. Supreme hats off today. I couldn't go to the closet downstairs to get like one of them, so we'll just go off today instead.
Yeah, yeah. Tell Manny, and Manny, I ain't going to sleep either, so fuck off. Yeah, okay, man. We're gonna get it right into this, man. It's exciting. If you've been following any of these guys, whether it was yesterday, last month, last year, man, these guys is tried and true. I'm gonna put my name behind any three of these gentlemen on this screen right now. And so I'm very confident when I talk ball or any sport with these fellas because they know how to get it done. And so that's what we're gonna do today. If you vibe with us, what, Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday.
You made some money, bro. You made some serious fucking money. Everybody was on it. I mean, I don't think you lost anything. So if you're talking about get rich quick, it is possible right here in this motherfucker. So just remember that, because if you got the plays and the plays are going to pay, we got the answers. And so let's get into it. We got some good stuff going on today. Not too much sports-wise besides baseball, but we do want to touch on the NBA, the WNBA. We've got a footy game tomorrow, but that's not I learned to stay in my damn lane. And then we got baseball, right? So the first thing we'll get into is basketball. We have game one of the championships tomorrow, man. Game one of the championships. This line was just wild, bro. Wow. The line opened up at -5.5, -6. You did find some, I believe you found some fours. They were just kind of all over the place, man. But that number is -6. The total is 217. It was up at 218, 217, 217 and a half is what it's looking like now, which is kind of suspect to me, y'all, because when you look at their past games, they're way over 250, dog. They're over 250. And so looking at them, looking at it, if you're looking at the board, it seems as if Giannis is not playing here. That's what it seems right now. So right now, if I've got to look on this, I haven't got a model number just yet. It's always going to be the day of. If I'm looking at this, I do like Phoenix here, and I'm not a faux guy. But if you're playing without Giannis, you are playing playing pretty hopeless. I mean, we're still talking about Atlanta possibly being able to win that series if Trey didn't hurt his foot, right? So are we saying Atlanta's better than foe? I don't think so, right? Phoenix has beat them twice already. Beat them in Phoenix, beat them in Milwaukee at overtime. Giannis almost had a 40 burger the first time, put up 33 the second time.
They got jerked by the refs in the second game like a motherfucker. They called a foul on a 3 at the end of the game, and it was a terrible call.
Yeah,
and
it was a bad call.
The game in Phoenix, Drew Holiday didn't play, and they lost by a bucket.
Well, the game that second game, for what it's worth, Campaign didn't play, and they won. So I think he makes a difference, man. Campaign
and Drew, come on, man. That's like comparing the Mona Lisa to your son's finger painting. You don't do that.
I'm comparing as far as responsibilities and honestly what Cam has done this postseason. You can't tell me he's not playing better, man.
That's disrespectful to your son's finger painting, bro.
Right. Of course, you played better. I mean, you show me a backup point guard that hasn't gotten better under Chris Paul, and we'll wait.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. You look at fucking weak Dennis fucking Schroeder look without him.
Show me a backup point guard that hasn't had a career year because of Chris Paul. Show me one. He's gotten guys paid. He got Bledsoe paid. He got Collison paid.
Hey, Bledsoe is hating life right now. Hey, both the Suns and the Bucks in the finals.
They're not. If I'm gonna go from the
Bledsoe,
if I'm just going off this game though, I think it's pretty clear that you picked the Suns there because Milwaukee's performed terribly in every single game one.
Yeah,
even against Miami when they barely got out of the game in overtime. Game one has been terrible for them, and now they get a game one on the road. I'm 100% heavy on Phoenix, but I like the over. I like, I'm even heavier on the over in the event that Giannis doesn't play. Look at the way.
Why is that number so low? That now, mind you, they've only played twice this year, so I can't say it's that much of familiarity, if you will. But what do you think about that?
Phoenix is crazy. I mean, Phoenix is not like some crazy high wire team like people think. They're a pretty half court team for the most part. They shoot efficiently from three, and of course, they have Chris Paul, right? My belief, though, is that you saw some things in the last series that really showed a level of vulnerability on the Phoenix side from a defensive standpoint. And this Phoenix team really has not been tested. They have not been tested in these playoffs. I don't feel as though they're some hard-bodied, battle-tested team. Like, they played all three teams missing a star.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been tested. It hasn't been like this grit and grind. Like you thought the Clippers. Once the Clippers got those two games, it showed you weaknesses on the Phoenix side, and they were doing all of this without Kawhi Leonard. So just for me, like I think this Milwaukee team, I have them winning the series.
Okay,
and I have the guy behind me winning Finals MVP.
Wow.
I got it at plus 950. Bro, I mean, it's undeniable. People will not give this man his flowers. He averaged 27 and 11 in the conference finals, bruh. At the point guard position, playing A1 defense. And we still talking about him being underrated. Like, what are we watching? He's been the difference for this team all year. All year.
What say you, Wham?
So I agree with Sosa that the Suns haven't been tested. They haven't seen rim protection this whole series, man. I mean, this whole playoffs. As far as like the Anthony Davis, when he was there, the only rim protector they seen, they lost those games. And then once he's out, I mean, come on, Denver, they're not getting any rim protection there. We don't worry about Zubac. And here we go again. I mean, without Giannis, they may not see rim protection again. So I think the Suns pretty much got it locked in my opinion. I think Chris Paul is his time. I seen our guy in here, Bean Bryant, Cam Bean Bryant too. Say CP3 MVP plus 150. That's kind of too cheap for me though. I probably wouldn't take that. It's too expensive to me. I'm sorry. Probably going to take that. It needs to be a little bit more high. I think plus 300 probably a little bit more a good favorable price. But I'm not going to take any futures, man, this year, bro. It's the Rona year. I might not even take none next year because of the short turnaround season, just because you seen what happened with the futures just blow up on your ass. Unless you're taking like underdogs that's big. That's the only thing. So like my guy said with Drew, I see the look, man. You know, one of these guys go down, CB3 hurts his shoulder, Devin Booker can't make any shots, and Giannis continues to be out. Chris Middleton's probably not going to get the MVP. It may be the guy playing both ends. So I definitely agree with you there, though, man. But I'm looking here as far as this series. I'm looking directly on props. I'm going to lock in on props, lock in on totals. I think this is going to be an over series with the 217. I think you may see 220, 222s the next game because these guys might blow over this. As far as defense, like you guys mentioned as well, we know that the Milwaukee Bucks all year have been bad on the perimeter, allowing guys to shoot threes. The Suns team, they're not really that good defensively as well. So I think these guys could let it up. And Ayton, I'm looking for Ayton to ball out again as well. So that's the reason why I really lean the Suns here.
What do you think, Eddie?
So just right off the bat, I like that over, man. But if we're just like looking at it overall, I'll have my money on the Suns, man. I think like Gwen said, this is their time. If you look at the Bucks, they do, man. Drew has been balling, and they got some guys over there, a couple of wild cards. Portis, you know what I'm saying, are we going to get big games out of Lopez? But I think if we can get a real good series out of Crowder, man, I think he'll be the wild card for the Suns. Campaign running the offense. The thing that scares me off the over in this first game is just that pace can be slow for the Suns when Chris Paul is on the court. I mean, that guy's he's running the whole 24, right? But I think I do like the over. It's too short. These two teams can hit. If the Bucks can bring their shooting on the road, I think we'll be fine. If they can bring their shooting on the road, we'll be fine. I think we'll smash that over. But so if Giannis plays in this series, I think it's going to be tough on the Suns because, like you guys said, they're going to have some rim protection, going to have somebody to run the court, and man, I got to go with the Suns, man. Give CP3 give CP3 his ring, and let that man finish up his career.
Let him finish up.
We went against Sosa last time, and that was one of the losses that I had though on Saturday though, and that was really one of the only ones. Oh, besides Kayvon fucked me over too. Yeah, I doubled back though. I doubled back and got the 3.5 over assist. So he went over when the news with Trey came back. I doubled back with that. So, but I was mentioning that just to say because it seems like me and Eddie on the other side of this here. What you got to say about this series, though, Daryl? Man, what do you think, brother?
Yeah, Daryl, we want to hear you. I want to hear what you got to say.
So, the thing is I think if you can't beat them, join them, right? I've been anti-Phoenix, bro, since the beginning of the fucking year, man. Y'all know me. Like I hate Foe. That's been my moniker, man. I fucking hate Foe. I think I just got to come to the dark side for real, man. This team,
I feel that.
This team is pretty all around, pretty well talented. I think they got enough set pieces to play. There are some red flags, and that is, we've said this, and I've heard this. I think even my guy touched on it. You got to get lucky. You got to have some form of luck to make it to the championship, right?
Amen.
You saw that happen with Miami last year.
Ron, the luckiest motherfucker on earth. We know.
Okay, here we go. What do we mute?
You said it, bro. I'm just agreeing with you. I just agree with what you said. He's the luckiest motherfucker ever.
All I'm saying, ain't nothing lucky about that. But Phoenix has gotten a little lucky this year. They have, man. They've lucked out in some good spots. So fuck Bo. Fuck them, weapon. So, but the thing is this.
I don't like the actual pho, like the soup, the noodles. It's
yeah,
that's fun. It's fire.
Well, the real pronunciation is pho. Yeah, we all know. But I just call it pho.
Pho Phoenix.
Pho Phoenix for real. So, I believe that line is telling the story, but that number is suspect.
Oh shit!
So if Giannis put up 47 and 33. And they're thinking he's not going to play, then that's a huge amount of points that's going to be out of the game, right? So the 217, even though it seems like it should go over easily based on the last two games, That line is giving me cause for pause, man. So all in all, right now, my money is on Phoenix. I will be interested to see if that line drops even a hook. If it does, man, y'all better be on to something. So I do like Phoenix. What's up, my guy?
Can I ask you guys? Can I ask you guys one question?
Yes, sir.
Right. Who is Devin Booker going to guard?
Man,
Nobody.
Is he going to guard? Is he going to guard Giroux, or is he going to guard Chris Middleton?
probably PJ.
And then my other question is, who the fuck is Chris Paul going to guard? Just
nobody.
Reference, because not the most talented guard that's gone off against Phoenix has been Reggie Jackson. Okay,
Reggie was balling.
Yeah, right. He was balling because they can't play fucking defense. Them guards can't play D.
But on the other side of the Bucks, all we're talking about is Drew, right? I mean, we are just talking Drew that would go off against those guards, right?
No,
so
Chris Middleton too. Cool. Listen, they're gonna put. I guess they're gonna put like threes and stuff on Middleton.
I think Crowder's gonna play Middleton.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do know
or
this.
Bridges, my bad, Bridges.
I know this though. I know that when in the last series, when the Raptors wanted a bucket, they just said, let's get the light skinned dude on whoever, and we'll just barbecue him. That's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not being a hater or nothing or anything like that. Listen, I'm rolling with Drew. He's like I said, ex-Sixer. I'm a huge fan. And yeah, like I feel you with I feel people with like the Cam Johnson and the other guys and all. Again, man, I think we've just continuously slept on this Milwaukee team. And Wham, this is something people forget. In the last 4 seasons, Brook Lopez is one of the top 5 most efficient centers defensively in the entire NBA. He was second team All NBA last season in his 14th season, I believe, 14th or 15th season or something like that. So that's something that people forget. Like he's actually a very good defensive player in the paint.
Yeah.
Even without, we know Giannis can't guard anybody like man to man because he's this amazing defensive player, but he can't guard anybody. So it's make on ball. I've never seen Giannis guard anyone to an elite level. Have you?
Okay, so
I'm
gonna stop you right there because my guy just said something. Y'all be clowning me on the fucking finger painting shit. I'm telling you right now, man. Cam Johnson will make a big difference in this game, bro. I'm telling you now.
I want to believe that because he's a North Carolina guy.
Let me stop you there and ask y'all this, because you asked the question about defense and guarding. So obviously we're not playing man. We're gonna play some type of zone, whether it's 3-2. Whether it's a 2-1-2, whether it's a 1-2-2, we're playing zones against Milwaukee. That's how that's got to go. So I don't know. I don't know if defense is going to be a big problem unless they can't get on their rotations. I mean, so what ends up happening is if you overcommit, then yeah, you're going to get caught in these fucking backdoor cuts all day. But I just wanted y'all opinion on if they change this to a zone, whether it's 1-3-1. Whether it's a 1-2-2 zone, what are y'all thinking?
Are you talking about for Phoenix?
Yes, sir.
If Phoenix goes to a zone, so Phoenix goes to a zone, I think you can. Like I said, if Brook Lopez is playing good in the middle, or somebody can get to the middle of the paint, I mean that's where the zone buster is, right? I don't think the zone's gonna have too much effect because you're not gonna run it for long stretches. You're just gonna use it to get out of a jam, right? If you're getting beat defensively. You're going to use it to get out of a jam. I don't think you're going to run it for long stretches. So I don't think in my opinion, I don't think it'll be a huge concern in the series wide long. What I think is the concern is how long is Giannis out? Because to touch on what Sosa said, I can agree that the Bucks, this is probably their time as well because everything's coming to fruition, right? Lopez is actually playing like the guy he used to be. Drew Holiday is doing what he's always done, but now in the limelight, right, on the center stage. Middleton, if he can be consistent and keep dropping buckets like he's doing. So I think everything's coming to play, but I think Phoenix is deep, right? So Forbes isn't getting any minutes. Teague's getting minutes over him in this last game. See what I'm saying?
Weird.
So once see what I'm saying? Once you start getting down that bench, what are we going to see? Because Payne coming in, I was going to say Cam Bridges, Cam Johnson, Sorry, guys, my damn laptop is asking me to do a freaking. But yeah, so I'll pass it off. But I just think in the long run is I don't know, man. I got to see if Giannis is going to play. That's a lot of points to take off the court.
What say you, Wham?
So I mean, as far as like the zone question, yeah, I think I like what Eddie said. It's not going to be something that's going to be affecting the whole series unless these motherfuckers just can't make shots, bro. I mean, that's the only thing that could bust the zone is making your shots. But I don't, these guys shot, I believe, I mean, as far as not the last game, but prior to the last closing out game against Atlanta, they were shooting 28% from three. They got to do way better than that to beat this Phoenix team, in my opinion, because I don't think they're going to get the 66 or a lot of the points in the paint that they were able to get off on Atlanta. So that's going to be the only concern that I really have for Milwaukee. Are they going to have Giannis? Or are they going to make their shots regarding that zone there? Because Giannis could tear the zone down as well because the zone is going to be tough to have a wall there. But I just think that long term, it won't be something that affects. It most likely will be a man. But who knows, man? Coach Bud is somebody I don't want money on, bro.
No. Dr. Bunny over here fooling, saying that Teague is the MVP. So what say you about this potential zone? Okay, are you on?
Yeah, I don't think you can. I had my mic muted. I don't think you can go zone on against this team without Giannis. Like the reason you go zone is to make the entire team basically just shoot. But you can't go zone against them if Giannis doesn't play because everyone can shoot. So I think that's out off top, right? The thing is that we saw some things that gave Phoenix problems in the last series. We talked about adjustments and game plan, right? The game plan has to be to attack the backcourt of Phoenix. It has to be the plan. Like you have to make Chris Paul and Devin Booker work on the. They have not, bro. They haven't had to put any work. Like Chris Paul hasn't had to put in any work defensively in the playoffs. None. And he's 36 years old. Nobody's trying to attack him. I don't get it. So I honestly believe that Middleton, Giroux, they're gonna screen until they get advantageous one-on-one opportunities. And it sounds great. We'll just put Mikal Bridges on him. Well, Mikal Bridges got to run through 3-4 picks. He might not be the last guy guarding him at the end of the possession. Absolutely. Just saying. So it sounds good in theory because they have all these long guys that. Mikal Bridges, someone brought up Torian Craig, who has been an anomaly for me. He stepped up and played like real minutes, right? And everybody keeps saying that Bud can't. He's literally won every series. Have they won every series?
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like with the Cleveland Browns, right? Like the Cleveland Browns, they were winning. And everybody was like, man, they still suck. Like at some point we got to say, man, they're pretty good. Like they're not scrubs. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I'm glad you used Cleveland Browns though. Talk about Coach Bud. I'm just leave it like that.
Had to find a U.S. market. Wasn't like some Suns in 4. Not a chance. There's not
shout out to my guy as well. He said Coach Bud is probably the first NBA coach in history to win a championship and get fired the next day. I agree.
I agree that.
That should have me rolling when I see.
Yeah. And now Weapon X is saying this though, which is we already asked this question about who's guarding who. Again, I don't think we're looking at man defense because there's just too many moving parts here, right?
So tired of that guy already. Like
talking
about the dude who whooped the dude's ass. Like I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, he's back.
But I can't. Like I said, that right there is the best. That right there is my favorite comment of the day.
Yeah,
that is.
We were just talking about that.
Everybody and their mother. Booker's the next Kobe, and then he goes on and gives up 38 points when he lead defender at 38. Bro, if someone put 38 on my head top, I don't know what the fuck I would. I'd be sick.
Has anybody ever dropped that on Kobe?
Just to play devil's advocate, this man.
Without
I'm going to say this. This man didn't look right after he became a mouth breather, bro. That mask bothered him. Bottom line, man. Bottom line. He was like a completely different player with that mask on, and he's mouth breathing, bro. He takes the mask off and on for like 2 of the games. Should have just left the shit off.
So me and my dad and my brother were all huge Laker fans, and we were just having that conversation yesterday. And like Booker, man, he's never really been a good defender. Yeah, he's a scorer; he can get things done, but that's it, bro. You got to be a complete defender. And Sosa have said this before, and my dad said it, and it just makes sense, right? Kawhi Leonard is the closest to any of those guys you're going to get in the NBA right now. Period. A guy that's a two-way player. Play defense and can create on his own. That's that guy.
You don't think Tatum can get to that level too? Like he's almost right there.
I agree.
I like him.
He don't play defense.
But I think that's his next step. I think if he gets his defense up, he's already like an elite offensive player. So he just needs to get his defense up.
I also think right now Tatum's playing out of position in Boston.
Where does he go?
No, playing out of position, not in the wrong city. Like I don't he's not to me, he's more of a 3. I don't think of him as a 4. I don't think he has a shooting guard's game. So like I think he's playing out of position. I think he should play the 2, or he should be the 2 and Jalen the 3, but I don't care if he's 6'10" or not. He's a fucking shooting guard, bro. Like he's
my guy up in here cutting up. He said he shut down Campazzo.
He shut down Campazzo.
He cutting up, bro.
My guy cutting up though, for real. He really cutting up, man. My guy over here, he out here cutting up, man.
I ain't mad at him.
It's because he's heavy on the Suns. So we already know that. I know he's heavy.
He cashed out. He cashed out on the Suns. He over here feeling himself, bro.
Right.
This motherfucking part, he gonna tell you that shit smell like cherries.
I love Book. But again, like I said, they definitely like I said, I've seen it's about adjustments. Obviously, if off top, we would originally say that from adjustment standpoint, you count on Monty Williams to be able to make in-game adjustments as opposed to Budenholzer. But again, man, I don't know, man. If my best player and 2-time MVP went out and then I won 2 back-to-back games to close out another team, I mean, I'd feel pretty good about my ability to coach. I'm just saying.
But they were missing one of their star players for a game, and he wasn't 100% for the other game. So I'm not saying that he didn't do his job, because he did it. He won the games. He did what he was supposed to do when he needed to, and that's all that matters, right? He's in the final. So we're gonna see, can he outcoach Monty Williams? Can he make the adjustments that need to be done? And we'll see here soon. Hey, real quick. So somebody said this about the money. Does anybody have any splits for the first game? Did they release that yet?
I'm looking right now.
I haven't been able to find it.
I was gonna wait for that. That's the reason why I haven't made a bet yet.
I won't play anything right now.
It makes perfect sense to take the Suns. I'm gonna be honest. I will probably put money on the Suns for game 1. I mean, history tells us Milwaukee just does not perform well in game 1 under Budenholzer. Even last year, the year before, they just don't play good in game 1 of series. They're snake bitten when it comes to that. They should have lost to Miami in game 1 of the postseason. They beat them in overtime. Miami just was ass. They lost game 1 to Brooklyn. They lost game 1 to Atlanta.
Yeah. That's very true, man.
I'm
not rushing.
For me,
both of them teams had easy roles, man. After you say that, Miami, who fucking turned around like the Lakers, both of them had both of the finals guys, and they end up being in the finals. That kind of suspicious there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of suspicious there, bro.
It's kind of suspicious that both the teams that played in the bubble final were out in the first round. It's almost like they played in an LA Fitness.
Oh, this guy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Sosa love those narratives, man.
He love it, bro. He love it. He gonna take that to his grave.
I'll take
it.
More 24 hour.
24 hour.
Awful. All right, we're moving on. Real quick, we're looking at this. Just wanted to give you kind of a picture of how the WNBA works. I know a lot of people don't play it and don't bet on it. But what you have to know is that WNBA, if you pay attention to the lines and can get in front of the steam, that's where a lot of the smart money is. So you can see this game, New York was favored. You got some players out. You've got Sabrina Ionescu. I can't think of her name. Ionescu there. But that's it. They've got some hurt players. That line jumped to Dallas -5, bro. So with that said, I just wanted to kind of bring it out there to see how those lines could move so drastically, very quickly. I mean, this game opened as a pick'em, and it went all the way up to -5 just in a couple hours to Dallas's favor. So just pay attention to that. Just know there are some angles there. If you are a line watcher, you could look at these lines in the WNBA and make easy money. Dallas game under 166. I would definitely agree with that. I did have a lean with New York Liberty scoring over 80 points, but I haven't got to the window just yet. Are y'all into the WNBA at all, or have looked around at any of those games, or have kind of paid attention? I'll start with you, so
Absolutely not.
Okay. What about you, Wham?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I was on the Vegas Aces over yesterday, man, which was easy, no sweat. Shout out to my guy Ski Profit, who put me up on that. I just kind of sit back and just watch to see if I can take advantage. I don't really like cap it on a regular basis, so I won't really have any strong opinions. But I do love the hoop, bro, and I have a hoodie I should have wore right now.
There's nothing for me, man.
I hear you.
I could probably name 2 players.
Nah, you got more than that. You got more than that, Chad. You got more than that.
I'm better than that.
You got more than that. You know Sue Bird, you know Maya Moore, you know Candace Parker, you know
right. I mean, outside of the household names, man.
I know the players. I know the players. I just don't know how to cap the games. I don't watch enough of the games.
Yeah,
I know who they are. I know some of them. For sure.
I think I honestly haven't seen anyone more consistent than Ski with WNBA. I think he's probably one of the most consistent guys that wins money. So if you're not following Ski Profit, that dude is another good follow for WNBA.
My brother.
All right, man. We go into the meat and potatoes now, bro. There's no footy. We're not even talking footy. I'm just gonna stay way the hell in my fucking lane. I ain't coming out of that shit. But just for what it's worth, it's Italy and Spain tomorrow. I will be watching it, but I don't have no smart info to give you on the goddamn game. That's where you bring in Rex. So we're going straight into baseball, man. Pretty decent card, and I'm excited, man. At this point, I am just going to be on cruise control, throw some topics out, and I just want to really discuss this. We've got quite a few games going on in the MLB tonight. They're all late games, though. So it's kind of, that post, I guess, July 4th hangover, if you will. But all the games are late. First game, we're going to go all the way through them, and I'm just going to open the floor and tell me if y'all got picks on them. You do. If you don't, you don't. First game I got, St. Louis, San Francisco, man. This opened up at 7. The line is now 7.5 as far as the run total. San Francisco got juiced up. They opened at -185. Now they are -230. You've got Kevin Gausman, a right-hander pitching for the Giants, and you've got Kwang Hyun Kim, a lefty, pitching for St. Louis. I'm going to go backwards. Eddie, what say you, baby? What you got on this game?
Nothing really, but both pitchers are pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, I think Gausman was a spin candidate, wasn't he?
His numbers haven't been like that big. It hasn't had that big of a drastic drop off per se.
Right.
But he hasn't been great in 2 of his last 4 starts. The one against Washington, he only went 4, and then in his last start against the Dodgers.
Yeah. So I don't have much on this game. It wouldn't be a game that I touch. It wouldn't be a game that I even open up the laptop to cap. Like I said, 2 good pitchers. You got a low total, maybe an under. But I got nothing for you on this game. I'll be honest. It's a complete pass.
Now, why do you do that? Just so you educate me and educate the when you look at that game.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's games, obviously, I can look at the game like, man, that's a sure pass. Why is this a sure pass game for you, Eddie?
So for me, it's a sure pass because there's 11 other games that I can pick from. That's number one. And there's no value. There's no value in this game that I can find. So you're looking at it started at, what'd you say, -180, and it's steamed up.
Yes, sir.
So I'm looking at it. I just got ESPN open real quick. I don't even have a book open, and I'm looking at -210.
Yeah.
So there's no value for me. I'm not going to take the Giants on the run line against this team. I'm not going to back the St. Louis Cardinals, although with Kim on the mound, maybe a first 5 money line with them if you can find some value there. But like I said, there's just too many other games, and I got a few that I like a lot. So this would just be a complete pass. And I don't like betting with the Giants anyways, even though they made me money last night. I'll say that.
Okay.
Shout out to that.
Wham, what you got, Wham?
Yeah, man. As far as the Giants, definitely think they are going to be on a hot streak from here. I think their bats are starting to heat up, but here I'm thinking of the Cardinals possibly being a sneaky play here. I haven't put any official money on it yet, but I do know they hit righties. Even though we know Kevin Gosselin should be possibly like the number 2 rated fantasy pitcher today, so they expect him to have some type of shutdown ability here. 7.5 total kind of correlates with that as well. But I think it may be some runs in this. I think it may be some runs. I may be a little contrarian here.
Yeah.
Thinking that the Cardinals possibly could pull it off at the plus money spot and the over could cash. But it's something I'm not all the way dialed in on yet, man. I gotta get my wings under me before I start giving out baseball picks. So right now I'm just all the way looking in, and that's kind of if I was to live bet this. If Gosselin is out, I possibly would be leaning, even though we know that the bullpen is great for the Giants. I think they have the 3rd best ERA in the league right now. I still think they possibly could give up some runs here. So that's kind of how I'm looking. I may be on a team total over live on the St. Louis Cardinals. It's kind of what me and the homies have been trying to do, live bet the team total overs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
For what it's worth, real quick, just before Sosa hops in, more money and tickets are coming in on the Cardinals right now. So. That's
wild.
There's something else.
Yeah, I mean, the total moved to hook, which I know it takes quite a bit of money to do that, even in baseball, right? So it looks like people are at least leaning that way. So, is any look on this game?
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants all the way, bro. The Cardinals stink.
Oh, wow.
They fucking stink. I mean, they're you're coming up on the All-Star break, and I actually spoke of this the other day. There's gonna be some level of regression at some point with this Giants team. They came out so hot that it's impossible to maintain that. It's impossible to maintain that being that good all season, unless you're the Dodgers, because we're just stacked, right? This team just lost 3 out of 4 to the Rockies. The Giants know they have to perform well going into the All-Star break. They have performed off the wall. The Dodgers have been hurt up and down the lineup, have had guys in and out of the rotation, right? And they're tied in the standings. With San Diego not too far back, I think this is a spot where the Giants know what's at hand. You got your ace on the hill. You got he's been your best pitcher all year. The first 5 money line is easy. The first 5 line is also a good play in this game. The Cardinals are just headed in the wrong direction. Like they're just, you know what I mean? You lose 3 out of 4 to the Rockies. I don't give a fuck if the Rockies play better at home. You can't split a 4-game set against them. Going back home to play against the best.
You can't even hit in Colorado like that.
I'm saying, like they just went to Colorado to score any fucking runs. I'm fade. They're a super fade for me. I mean, I think it's for me. It was easy. And then that's the play.
So we got.
I can't bet on
no play. We got a no play. We got a live play, and then we got San Francisco from you. Oh, I can get with it. All right, so this is your alley here. Next game, I'm going right straight to you. So it's Dodgers. Walker Buehler is playing against Miami. Trevor Rogers. Rogers being a lefty. Interesting stat, man, when I saw the Dodgers, and that is last 10, they're 9-1, but they're 8-1 on the over and under. So it's almost like they're winning, but they don't really care about, these spreads or not unless they're just being juiced up way too high for this team. So it's what have you to say on this fucking Dodgers game?
Listen, if you want to go bet against the Dodgers on a 9-game winning streak, good luck. Because that could be the stupidest thing you could do. I mean, it's like I get the contrarian, whatever the fuck you want to say it is, but you really want to bet on the best team in baseball on a 9-game win streak.
That's true.
It doesn't make a shred of fucking sense.
That's very true. They've got Miami plus 147. It went down to plus 140. That's telling also. Like there's some money coming in on Miami, and I don't know why.
The one thing that you could possibly throw in the mix is that the Dodgers traveled yesterday. Like that is the only possible outlier that you could throw into the mix to say that they might lose. They got Buehler on the mound tonight against the fucking Marlins, who can't score.
Yeah, they can't do it at all. Wayne, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll just go and double back what he said. I mean, why would you want to fade a team that's on a winning streak? This is all about streaking. It's all MLB is all about streaking, and we've seen the last two seasons for the Dodgers. They go on these crazy runs, about 22 winning streaks. So this could be in the midst of that, in the middle of that as well. So I wouldn't do it as well, but I would give you pushback on Walker Buehler starting. Did kind of get his ace taken away from him in this lineup, so he's not the ace anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not scared of him, especially when you have Trevor Rogers, possibly their best pitcher, going up against him. So that's the only thing I give you pushback on. But other than that, I agree. Why would you fade him? This doesn't make sense. There's other games on the card, like my guy Eddie said.
Yeah, well, Davis Classic is really talking Marlins, bro. So I think they're looking when you have these teams streaking, especially in baseball. Tell me if I'm wrong, Eddie. I'm going straight to you. When you're at 7, 8, 9 games like that, a lot of these guys really try to look at value and kind of fading that team because this will be the game that they lose. Just like the Sosa's most intelligent point, this is a contrarian pick if you're going with the Marlins, right?
If you're going with the Marlins, you're just trying to find value, right? Gotcha. I mean, that's what we're all trying to find up and down this card. But the Dodgers have done this numerous times this year. I think this is like their third win streak over like 5 or 6 games. They've done this numerous times this year. You don't fade them. If you're going to fade the Dodgers on a 9-game win streak, be like the youngster that was throwing the money in the water, man, the other day.
Oh, Kodak.
Yeah. It was a Kodak Black. Yeah,
I hope that was fake money.
I hope it was too. But if you're fading the Dodgers, that's the equivalent right there.
Yeah.
You got Trump. Hey, that's the equivalent in my mind. You got the youngster on the Rogers over there on the mound for them. Yeah, there people like Sosa said. People were going to bring up the fact that the Dodgers travel. They don't hit lefties well on the road. But unless Trevor Rogers is going to pitch 9 innings, the Dodgers are going to hit somebody. They keep coming at you over and over and over. That lineup is nonstop, bro. You can't fade. You can't just get out of jams with them over and over and over. They're hitting the bat. They're hitting the ball well. Look at these are their scoring totals: 6-3, 7-3, 6-10, 5-5. Like they're hitting well against good pitchers. See what I'm saying? And they ran Scherzer out the game.
What?
Right.
Bro, did you see that though? Did you see what happened? Nah, bro. Listen, were you watching that game?
No, I had my eyes on another game.
Bro, Scherzer retired 13 consecutive batters.
Oh, then they pulled
100 pitches, and they took him out of the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
And as soon as they took him out of the game, they gave up 9 runs in the next half of the inning.
Oh, that was that game.
Yeah, they gave up 9 runs. Yeah,
right. That's right.
So they took him out 6th inning, 100 pitches, 3-1 in line for the win. If you saw him in that dugout, oh my Lord, he was fucking losing it.
Yeah. I remember Andrew talking about that. Like, hey, did y'all see? I just went to sleep and woke up, and what the fuck happened?
But that's the point, though. You can't. They're nonstop, man. They keep coming at you.
Aren't reliant on
no easy outs. And we're not.
We're not relying on the long ball. All these other teams need to hit home runs to score runs. We can manufacture runs from the top of the lineup, the bottom of the lineup, and the middle of the lineup. Everyone can hit. Everyone is patient at the plate. Everybody makes the pitchers work on the mound. We have the longest at bats in baseball. We have the biggest run differential in baseball. For a reason, we're the best team.
Okay.
So the guy in here, Dr. Bunny says, "Where's the value in this game?" Obviously, it's going to be Dodgers run line.
Run line if
minus
you're
1.5.
Yeah.
Maybe the over though, like you're saying. Maybe the over.
Could be the over.
Isn't that weird though? That's the only thing that didn't move. This is a solid 7. You think? Are you saying over team total wham or over for the game?
I would think over for the full game. You know what I mean? Because as far as what you guys are saying, as far as the run differential, and just based off of what you know about the Marlins, I'm not sure. I don't have their bullpen numbers up right now, but they don't really shock me to be a really good team. So as far as their bullpen, so I haven't really, I didn't see anything here that showed me that they're good enough. So yeah, I probably would lean towards the over, but it's something that again I'm not betting on. It's something I'm not betting on right now. I
like the run line angle. I really do like that.
Plus 112, minus 1.5. Yeah, give me that. I'll take that all day long. Because if the Dodgers win, it's not going to be a 1-run game. I can tell you that much.
Right.
And they're top 8 bullpen top 8 bullpen.
Yeah, they got a pretty good bullpen.
Wham, I'm going straight to you on this one. Next game we got the Braves at Pittsburgh. Chase DeJong, righty, is playing or pitching against Max Fried, which is a lefty, man. This line opened over under 8. It is now live at 9. Pittsburgh is the underdog at plus 156. Now they're plus 165. What say you, Wham? You got anything on this game? Looking at the last 10, they're both not really doing well. Atlanta being 6-4 with 2-7-1 at the over and under, and Pittsburgh being 3-7 with 3-5-2 on the over under. What you got?
Yeah, I just think that you continue to fade teams as bad, playing poorly, and that would be the Pittsburgh Pirates, another team that I don't have any confidence in. One thing I will note as well, that they are having that guy Jong out there. It kind of does favor the hitting for the Braves. They do hit righties, so I would possibly think a team total over for the Braves here. That's kind of the way I would approach it.
What you got, Coach?
I love that. I think that's a great call. I mean, the Pittsburgh warded off a sweep yesterday against Milwaukee against Corbin Burns, who has had a great season, but is also one of the pitchers at the top of the spin rate chart.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
So.
Okay, that's Chase DeJong is like that.
No, I'm talking about them winning
yesterday.
That being the major reason they won yesterday.
Got you.
They scored 2 runs in like the top of the first, and they never scored again.
Wow.
And it was because Burns, again, look at these spin rate guys at the beginning of games. This is what happens. They give up 2-3 runs. They don't hit the strikeout prop, right? They go 7 innings, and it looks good. It looks good in the box score. He went 7 innings. He didn't have 5 Ks, and they lost the game.
Wow,
so all you got to do is give up 2 runs, and that's the ball game.
What you on, Eddie?
I like this game. When I first looked at it, I did like the team total over. I also like somebody in here said Braves minus 1.5. The only thing that scares me is Max Fried. That kid had so much promise early on in his career. He was going to be an ace for this team, and all of a sudden, he just can't get it right. But I like the team total over. Mm-hmm. And the only thing that scares me, man, is these Brave bats, dude. They shit up and down the lineup, man. You got Acuna, Freeman, Albies, Austin Riley, Swanson. I mean, they got good hitters. They're just not hitting. So what Wham said, they hit righties really well. They got their numbers profile well against righties. DeJong is a horrible pitcher. xFIP of 5.42. So he's just going to continue to be worse. He's got a walk rate of almost 10%. He Ks like 19% of the time, but and he allows hard contact and fly balls. So what does that tell you? If you're allowing hard contact and fly balls at a high rate, some of those are going to end up being home runs. So I do like the Braves team total. I'm going to look into it a little more, but before I can say, hey, it's an official for me. But it's on my list. It's on my list.
By you eyeing that game, Eddie, looking at all the other games, this is the only game on this slate as of right now to move up an entire point. Everything else is a hook.
Total?
Everything, in the total. So to your point, it looks like you're onto something there, especially if you already eyed this game and then you're saying, hey, I'm looking at the over-under. I mean, this game went from 8 to 9. So everything else is a hook or it's staying the same. Right. So that's a good look there. Go ahead, Sos.
In the comments, you're right. It wasn't Burns. It was Peralta. But Peralta was lights out as far as striking out people. And yesterday he was Burns as well. But Peralta was on the mound yesterday. He's also on. They're both on the spin charts for sure.
Gotcha. Next game, I'm heading to you, Eddie. We got 2 lefties pitching, man. Logan Allen and Rich Hill. Cleveland at Tampa Bay. The total right now is over 8.5. We've got Tampa Bay, man, that came in at minus 200. Now they're minus 210. These numbers could fluctuate. I'm just looking off of covers. Cleveland is terrible last 10, man. 2-8, 4-5-1 over and under. And Tampa Bay has been mediocre, 5-5 and 5-5 on the over and under. I guess that tells me right off the bat, the games that they're losing that they're not covering and the games that they're winning, they are covering, whether it be, the spread or not. Eddie, what have you, anything on this game?
This is a game that I like a lot just because I want to fade Logan Allen. I want to fade Logan Allen. I know that the Rays don't hit lefties well, They'd rather bat against righties, which is kind of weird because their lineup should profile well against lefties. But if I'm just looking at the numbers for the Rays at home versus lefties, in the month of June, the Rays have been mediocre to say the least. But yeah, this is a game that I liked a lot. I think that if you want to take the first 5 run line, I think that's a good look. If you want to take the full game run line, I think that's a good look. And I will be on the team total over 4.5. It's juiced up right now at like -137. But I think the Rays get back right. And what's the best remedy to some bats being cold is a bad pitcher. So they did hit yesterday, though. I can tell you that much. They hit yesterday. And yeah, so I like the Rays, man. I do like Tampa Bay Rays. Team total over 4.5, juiced up. That is an official play for me. It will be on my card.
Nice. First official right there, y'all. You heard it. Tampa Bay Rays, we're taking them over the 8.5 point total.
No, or team total. Team total over 4.5.
Yeah, sorry about that. Over 4.5.
We get that.
If you heavy with the over 4.5, do you see any value in the over 8.5, like Davis has pointed out?
Yeah, but the only thing is Tampa Bay's bullpen is pretty good. It hasn't been performing good recently.
Gotcha.
I was hearing some background. Sorry, it hasn't been performing really good recently. But the Indians, I need them to hit for them to cover that. So I could easily see this game 6-2. You know what I'm saying? 6-2 or maybe even 7-3, something like that. In favor of Tampa Bay. But we got to see what bullpen we're going to get out of the Tampa Bay Rays, because we know that the Cleveland Indians have a top 3 bullpen. So
yes, sir. So what you on? Then I'm hitting Wham. What y'all on?
Oh, for this game,
yes, sir.
The easiest play is Rich Hill under 5.5 strikeouts. He's at the top of the spin rate list, and it's probably juiced at like around -160. But you don't pay juice when you win, and that's the official play for me in that one. Rich Hill, so 5.5 strikeouts.
I'm just documenting. We got an official play on this one. Rich Hill -5.5 or under 5.5
Ks. Strikeouts, and that's at -160. I mean, it's juiced, but again,
under 5.5 Ks. And then we're also looking at this game with Tampa Bay over the team total
4.5. Yeah, it's at -137 right now.
Okay. Over team total at 4.5. Make sure y'all taking notes, man, because these are fucking winners. I don't know any other better way to say it. We'll go back to what Coach said real quick. Any look on that? Sos, LA Dodgers, NRFI, no runs first inning.
It looks good. It's probably juiced because you have 2 good pitchers, but I would stay away. That in the games where you have like those high numbers, like I'm sure it'll probably. I'm guessing. That's D.A.R.Y.L. I'm pretty sure it's probably, what is it, like -150, -160?
It's probably juiced more than that.
Yeah, I would stay away, bro.
Okay.
For real.
And all right, just wanted to throw that in there real quick. Wham, you got anything on the Cleveland Tampa Bay?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this game.
Okay.
I think it's more of a, the guys not hitting. They could probably come back as far as Cleveland. Hitting, like you said, with the Rich Hill prop. I do agree with that. I just stay away from it. I think 2 left-handed pitchers, they're probably going to give some shit up. Probably the reason why a lot of these guys like the over.
Okay. Back to you.
-155. That's not.
There you go.
Oh, that's not too bad. But
that's
still
not too bad.
Terrible, but it's still juiced.
Back to you, Wham. I got Chicago White Sox against Minnesota Twins. We got Bailey Ober, a righty. And then we've got Dylan Cease, righty for Chicago White Sox. Right now, man, it just looks like it's just home runs galore. This line is fucking 10 points, bro. 10. Man. Minnesota at +104. Now they are +100. So it looks like money is coming in on Chicago. Last 10, Chicago is 6-4, but 8-2 with the over/under. And Minnesota being 3-7, but 6-3-1 on the over/under. So it looks like they've got some hitters. Eddie, I'm back at you now, baby. What you got on this game?
Nothing really.
Okay.
I'll be honest, nothing really. That total's pretty high. You don't have the best pitchers on the mound. I would back Dylan Cease. But really, Chicago White Sox, man, if we're talking about, rolling with trends and we're talking about rolling with teams that are hot. Well, they were hot until they jumped to the Tigers. But yeah, I can't. I can't get behind this game. I really don't have a look on it. Fade Obear, if you want to. The kid was really bad when he first stepped on the mound. He's had a couple of decent outings. Nothing really for me, man. Yeah, it's a complete pass. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
all right. Any looks on those games or that game, fellas?
The
Sox in Minnesota.
The Twins.
White Sox first half is what I'm looking at.
Okay.
What's the number on that? Do you have money line?
Yeah, I was looking at the first 5 minus 5.5, but I'll let you go ahead and give your thoughts out there. So my apologies, Ro, while I'm pulling this up.
Don't even worry. Like I personally, I have I began to fade the White Sox on the road. They don't perform, they just don't perform as well on the road, and when they do play or win games, it's usually like a late inning comeback, or they're just a different team away from home, bro. Okay. So it's a stay away from me. Obviously, Chicago's more talented, but we could have said that about the team they've just played. They're way more talented than the Tigers. So, divisional game, opening game of the series, first 5. I mean, Cease has been decent, but again, it's like they just perform so poorly on the road, bro, that it's a stay away for me.
Okay. I'm going to cluster these last 6 together because we're running short on time here. We have one more topic we want to run into just to end off the show. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Some good vibes here. We've got 6 more games. I've got Philly, Chicago Cubs, Cincinnati, KC, Boston, LA, Washington at San Diego,
I'll be right back.
Milwaukee, New York Mets. What y'all got? Any looks on any of these games?
One thing that did stand out to me is the Boston Red Sox, Angels. I think I'm going with the Angels here. Boston, one of my teams, man. You know, one of the teams I like to follow. I'm just thinking that the Angels is just hot. Ohtani's birthday is today. Shit just seems too good to be true. So I'm just going to be riding with the Angels tonight. I'm going to, before I lock that in, I'm going to ride with the Angels. That's probably going to be the official play that I have. Other than that, Atlanta team total over. I'm thinking about the team total over full game and first half for that Atlanta game. So I'm going to possibly make that. We'll make that official here right now. The team total over 2.5 in the first half, Atlanta, and then I'm going to live bet the full game team total there. And the second bet that I most likely would make is the Angels, man. Ohtani's birthday, bro. It just sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. Now, what do you got on that? It's just the side, the Angels side, because right now I've
money
got
line, money line.
Yeah, that's some value there. I mean, for what it's worth, they were favorites in the beginning. Then money's come on Boston. It opened at LA Angels minus 115. Now they're sitting at plus 105.
Yeah, it's going to be a bullpen day. It's going to be a bullpen day, it appears. So I got my chance. I like my chances with the hotter bats. That's what I'm saying.
I like that. Eddie, what you got?
So Martin Perez pitches good on the road, better than he does at home. But he's just he doesn't profile as a really good pitcher in my eyes. This is another game that I looked at and I liked it a lot because remember I told you about lefties at home, man, and teams that hit lefties well at home. And the Los Angeles Angels in the month of June, because I like to work with recent numbers. In the month of June, man, they are smashing lefties. They're batting almost 300. Their OPS is 961. Right. ISO's 340. I mean, that sounds like Chinese to some people, but what it really says is these guys' bats are hot. Now, add in the angle where Ohtani's birthday today, the guy might hit 3 home runs, bro. You know what I mean? He might even come in relief and shut down the rest of the game or something. I don't even know if that's possible, but he might. Who knows? This guy's a superhuman alien type being, right? But I like that. I like that look a lot, man. I like the money line plus 106. I like the over 4.5 because, like you said, this is probably going to end up being a bullpen game. Martin Perez, excuse me, in his last outings, he's not getting past the 5th inning. So if we can get Martin Perez to even go 4 to 5 innings, if we can get 1 or 2 runs early, I think we cash this late as far as the team total. And I think that we're going to go ahead and get the full game money line. I'll probably bet this 3 ways. I'll probably bet the first 5 money line, the full game money line, and the team total over 4.5. It's juiced at minus 125, I believe. But my official on the game would be the team total over. But I am going to ride with my guy Wham on the money line.
Let's go.
Okay. Team total over on Boston. You like that, but you still like the Angels money line?
Team total over for the Angels.
Got you. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why I got to write this down. My old ass I'll be putting picks in your mouth, man. Pause, man.
I didn't say that. Don't put that evil on me.
That's bad.
And Boston's bullpen. I was just looking at their numbers. Where's this damn Boston bullpen at? I don't know. Go ahead, move on for me. I'll have that. All right.
So those final 6 games that I had mentioned out, Ghost. I know we're kind of running short on time here. We have one more topic we was going to close the show out with. Do you have any other looks on any of the last games? Any spin looks or any spin doctor?
The pitcher for Texas is on the chart.
Ooh, Colby Allard, huh?
Colby Allard.
I mean, his under strikeouts probably juiced under 5.5. It's juiced at 164. So my recommendation to the people is this: parlay him and Rich Hill, and meet me in the winner's circle tomorrow.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. That's where you have it. All right, man. Those are the games. A lot of games. Make sure you follow these fine young gentlemen, bro. They are going to put their picks out. They're going to let you know. And I tell you right now, man, nobody likes losing. Nobody likes losing. This is our hard-earned money that we got. Nobody likes losing. None of these guys like losing. So make sure we've got some official plays. And I've got Rich Hill under 5.5 Ks. I've got Allard under 5.5 Ks. It looks like we like this Tampa Bay team total over 4.5. We like Atlanta's team total over 2.5. Or the Angels. First five. Mm-hmm. And we like Angels. We like the Angels pretty tough today, with their team total.
And the money line.
Money line.
And the money line.
Money line's a good call too. I love that.
All right.
I want to hear
shout out to Ohtani. Happy birthday, Ohtani.
Happy birthday.
Make us some money.
The freak.
Now, because it was Eddie's fault and he left us in such damage on our last.
Blame it on me, right?
Yeah, I feel it is only fitting that we end this show off with just some shit that we just gonna talk about it, man. May not be popular opinions, may not be politically correct, man. But we're gonna talk about this shit. As you know, I started off. We've had this big news about Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor. New York Times article came out yesterday for the good old 4th of July, some juicy reading, and it just basically went into how shitty Rachel Nichols has made this entire environment feel and what's going on with this NBA roster, if you will, as far as journalists. So as it stands, as you know, Rachel was caught on a hot mic in the bubble last year talking some shit about, her grievances to Mendelsohn, who happens to be LeBron James' advisor. It was basically 2 white folks talking that they probably wouldn't have been talking like that if brothers or black folks was there, right? These are these secret conversations that white folks have, and it's no shade, but it's a different type of conversation that they're going to have in front of black folks.
And we know about that shit.
We all know that.
Guys.
All people of color know that, hey, you could be Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. You could take a knee. You could change your Abby. You could do all of that shit. And in that same breath, dog, you could say, oh, well, I'm just spent or I'm just exhausted on this Black Lives Matter and this Me Too. And you just chuckle like this shit. You feel me? So
I gave them
that's Me Too.
That's enough, right?
Yeah.
I got so much stuff to say about this.
Yeah.
Bro.
So and I'm gonna let y'all eat at it. But I'm just saying this. This is where I'm gonna leave it at, and then I'm letting all y'all just run the gamut on this. The fact of the matter is that we're still in a society that white folks feel that black people are giving opportunities based on diversity and not their excellence, right? Not their excellence. If you've seen how Maria Taylor has been ridiculed on television, you remember her, you remember the coach that went off her in that interview, right? The Alabama coach that went on.
Nick Saban.
Yeah, he had to come back and apologize over a damn question. What she has gone through and endured is nothing short of a fucking mess. This does not have to happen to Rachel Nichols. Now, mind you, what Maria is dealing with is being a black female in a business that's just ransacked by white men. What Rachel Nichols is going through is just being a female. Okay? That's it. Nothing about that. So what I say is fuck Rachel Nichols
So somebody jump off
and fuck Rachel Nichols. You don't say any of that shit. And I'm done with it. What you got,
Sosa's about to go. He attacked dog. Let him off my brother. Let him off my brother.
It's crazy because at first I wanted to jump out the window like you just. I wanted to, right? I try to get all the angles before I start. I try sometimes, right? I try. But listen, for a lot of people that don't know who Rachel Nichols' husband is, that's the only reason she has a fucking career.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband's a fucking famous director, has great presence in Hollywood. That's how she got her fucking career. That, and she probably got bent over by a few NBA players. I wouldn't doubt that either.
Well, you know who the culprit is.
I can say whatever the fuck I want, right?
Right. Ersan Ilyasova.
So this conversation you're hearing, everyone's going to be quick to try and rationalize it and say, well, she really didn't say anything racist, right? That's what they're going to say. That's what I'm hearing. They're trying, but you got to remember the history behind this chick. This is the bitch that brought up D. Rose's rape allegations the day after he dropped 50 for no fucking reason, right? And then you got dickheads like, and the thing is, my boy Chuck is. I wanted him on the show today because of because of his views on this, because he swung me in from completely from my stance on it prior to speaking to him, and that's why conversation is so important, because we're immediately quick to like jump out the window or possibly defend somebody, and I was ready to defend Rachel Nichols because just on the context of the conversation. Because I understand, like, I can understand, like you said, she's a woman. So she's already in a situation. But this is the thing that people tend to forget. ESPN wasn't being genuine when they gave Maria Taylor the job. They gave Maria Taylor that job as a response to pressure from Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, if Rachel feels like she was more qualified, she is more qualified. That's not a lie. She's been doing it for 20 years. But Maria Taylor is absolutely great at what she does. It doesn't matter how young you are. If you're good enough, you're old enough. If you're good at something, if you're great at something, you have the ability to dominate it. You should be given that opportunity if you're great at it. She is fucking great on TV. But for all this bullshit to go the way it's been going, absolutely asinine. You see a dickhead like Steven Jackson jump out the window for when at first it was, we got to talk. I'm disappointed. Yeah, dickhead, you got a fucking syndicated show on Showtime now. You got to play by their rules, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So you double back and you double back, and like everybody's looking at you like, yo, you're just a real. All you hear is Steven Jackson's a real one. He's a real one. Is tiptoeing the fucking company line right now. He's a real one.
No,
right?
You want a real one? Go get Kwame. That's the real one, dog.
He's a real, right? Because that was my stance on it. Like, he's a real one. Listen. Somebody throw a beer on me, and you run into the crowd, you ready to beat the shit out of someone. Like, you know what we assimilate with being a real nigga. Like he is so like we look at Steven Jackson and we're like, yo, he's a real one based on the shit he talks about, how he approaches stuff. For him to double back the way he did with this Rachel Nichols thing is an absolute joke.
Yeah. But he making, for what it's worth, he making that Showtime money, bro. All the smoke. That's that corporate money, pretty good.
Yeah, and I get it. You protect the cash, but at what cost? Like what cost? And now you want to. It's one thing to defend her. It's another thing to look like a dickhead now. Like you look like a dickhead. Like sometimes you just got to do what Black Bush said on the Chappelle Show. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. But I wanted to jump out the window of Rachel Nichols, but like you said, man, fuck Rachel Nichols and fuck ESPN.
Yeah, fuck ESPN, bro.
As a whole, bro. I never fuck with the Disney company because we all know who runs them.
Right.
We all know what type of person Disney was, but that's a different discussion, different day.
That's different discussion.
Don't be fooled, bro. It's all these companies will do any fucking thing to make themselves look better. To make it look like they're ahead of whatever type of racial divide or whatever bullshit, bro. No, they don't give a fuck about nothing but their bottom line. And if they gotta promote a young Black girl to disingenuously to make themselves look better, they'll do it.
Right.
And they'll make sure that the conversation going on with the woman whose job she took gets fucking leaked.
And they'll sabotage Gosh, the fuck out of Maria Taylor. They don't give a fuck about her like that.
Nah.
Okay, yep, and that's a C-Pen is dropping some knowledge in here too. Wham, what you got on this? And I'll end it with you, Eddie.
That's the crazy. You know, it's crazy because I didn't get to read the article, but you know, obviously, what a lot of people say. And shout out to Philip Lewis, the person that did read the article. A good black brother putting this shit to light. You know what I'm saying? That way we all can see this shit. And good journalism is something that is very underrated.
Yes, sir.
Great journalism is even unappreciated because it's great journalism. Because it's going to not cross any of those boundaries. It's just going to go down the line. You know, what it sees is what it is. Mm-hmm. And what I see here is, like you said and started off with, D.A.R.Y.L, you get to see behind the Black Lives Matter mask. You get to see behind all that shit. Mm-hmm. And then you start to go back and rethink things. And then I remember a lot of the stuff, the backlash between Rachel prior was a lot of the, you know, the shit that she just says in general. And then there's also things that's coming out now about the Ruth Gingrich, you know, how we should be praising this white fucking Superior Court fucking person that didn't do shit for black people and none of that shit. Not a goddamn thing, but us black motherfuckers, and she put up in the fucking monologue that she had Chad, the motherfucking Black Panther, and she had like Kobe and some other people that we really like, okay, we got something out of this. I don't know shit that the Supreme Court motherfuckers do other than get my homies locked up, bro. So I ain't fucking superior. I ain't saluting to none of y'all motherfuckers. I barely would salute to the flag. I'd turn my back on that motherfucker, to be honest with you, because they giving us a bullshit ass Juneteenth on a Saturday. Motherfucker, how you gonna call us a free slave on a weekend, bro? You feel what I'm saying? Shit is wild as fuck. I'm just saying this though. I know ESPN ain't fucking with me. Even if the betting shit blow up, I could be the number one better ever. I know y'all ain't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck about this. But as far as Rachel Nichols though, I definitely love the jump. I'm not going to disagree with anything as far as the content that she brings. I do like the jump, but when they start to talk other than basketball, that's when I turn the mute off because I don't want to hear shit about none of that other shit. And as far as her basketball knowledge, she's not that knowledgeable. Let's be honest. Like, she's not that knowledgeable as far as Rachel Nichols. She's not that knowledgeable.
She knowledgeable about NBA players.
You feel me? But but you know what I'm saying? Brain interpreted as well. I totally understand.
I know Vince Carter single.
hey, you heard the stuff about Ilyasova coming out. So I mean,
I'll wrap up my thoughts with saying this though. As far as what Kwame Brown has shown everyone, bro, over the last 12 months, bro, we cannot keep dogging our people, bro. We cannot keep dogging our people. Even Steven Jackson, as much as he looked like a goofball, bro, we know this motherfucker ain't that damn smart. He doing the dumbest shit out here. Like, let that motherfucker live. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna let him live. And we just gonna call him a brother that does not need to be put in front of everybody. But you know how they do. The people that's behind that mask, they gonna put the stupidest motherfucker out there to represent us. And now we all look stupid as fuck. But neither here nor there. Maria Taylor, she did say some fucked up shit about black men that I don't fuck with, but I'll leave her out of it. Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not jumping out the window for nobody. You dig what I'm saying? For none of these motherfuckers. But at the same time, I don't think that her name should have even been brought up. They should just continue to talk about the bosses that made that decision on Rachel's. And she would be scot-free. People wouldn't even bring up all this fucked up shit she said. Because, you know, that's the first thing people do. Even if for me, man, I probably said some homophobic shit before, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I was raised, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not changing myself. So it is what it is. But again, neither here nor there. But I'll just say it like this, man. I agree with everything you two brothers say. And I'm sure the guy with the hammer that dropped the hammer last time, he got something definitely to say. Pass that right over to my guy, Eddie, bro. How you feel, bro?
Take us home, bro.
Man. I'm late on this shit. I'll be honest, man. I'm late on this shit. So yes, this dropped yesterday, right? All this stuff happened yesterday, and I ain't gonna lie, man. It was all through the timeline, and I'm seeing people going back and forth with the issue. But I'm not about to die on no hill that has ESPN's name written on it or Rachel. You know what I'm saying? So really, for me, it's just like whatever. Like you guys said, fuck the bitch. It is what it is, man. She's a white woman that feels entitled to more than what she needs. So whatever, right? So that, like you said, and when, bro, you touched on it perfectly, because how are you going to hate me for something somebody gave me? I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Maria Taylor went to them and said, hey, you got to take Rachel Nichols off this shit and put me on it. I don't know. Maybe she did. But at the same time, the boss is the one that makes those moves. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're trying to make those moves because ESPN has had scandals like this before in the past, you know what I'm saying? Behind the cameras, all the racial shit that be going on. Like, come on, bro. We know what it is. We know what it is. Man, I mean, shit, we ain't even technically, according to the Constitution, we wasn't even full human beings. So, you know what I'm saying? So 3/4 of a human being. So what makes you think today that motherfuckers gonna give us any kind of respect? So, like I said, I barely listened to the recording, and it didn't sound crazy. But we all get where she was going with this stuff. And the girl's been in scandals before. She out there fucking these NBA players, man. And her dude is apparently letting it happen. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they got
he on some other shit too.
Maybe they got
write that off.
Going on.
Just write that off. He on some other
shit. So for me, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got the mic drop today for you guys. But like I said, it's like everything for me, man.
So said he got you this time. All right, so
yeah, you got me, bro.
What you got, man?
It's pro-black everything, though. That's right.
Yeah, you got a problem with that. This is the wrong stream for you, bro. Trust me. You got a problem with pro-blackness here. Oh my God! You put on a backdrop, bro. Close this out, man. We way over time, but close this out, Sos.
All right, man. Like I said, people get positions in life undeservingly all the time. It's part of life. People have been turned. We all know someone that's been turned down for a job because of bullshit. It's happened, right? Mm-hmm. The biggest issue for me in this entire thing is that, yes, Rachel Nichols is a white woman, and yes, Maria Taylor is a woman, right? You can't it comes down to us dogging black folks, and it comes to other women dogging other women.
Man.
It's those two things, because we want to be critical about Maria Taylor saying something about black men. Bro, this is a woman saying that another woman didn't deserve a job because she had been with the company longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So like I said, my final take is this. A lot of people, we need to start really looking at the background behind Rachel Nichols' even career. Like I said, her husband has gotten her everything she fucking deserved or gotten. You know what I mean? She doesn't mean she deserves it, but she's white. And she's in a position to where it was given to her. I don't give a fuck if she's been covering the game since DC. We all know her husband's the reason for her fucking career.
Got you.
Right?
Got you.
Well, this, like, at the end of the day, it's that's the saddest part for me, is another woman breaking down another woman. And the thing is that if you listen to the conversation, she tried to use that as a buffering point for her argument with the conversation she was having with a white man.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it crazy. It's like, you know, like, we all know that some of our white buddies are in group chats with their white friends and they say nigga. They'll never say it to us. Yeah. They'll never say it to us. But we know.
Listen, the thing, I'm just gonna say this. The thing is she will not use the words diversity or anything like that had she been talking to a black person on the phone about that position. It would have just amounted to experience.
She thought it was a safe place, bro.
The way she said it, though.
Kramer thought it was a safe place. He was
talking privilege behind undertones. There was so much privilege.
If there was video, she was probably doing air quotes. I swear.
It's the privilege, bro. It's the privilege. Like I said, that just, it's disgusting. It's just like, what did you do to get here? Oh, you hung out in the locker room looking for Kobe after the. We get it, bro. I get it. I mean, but at the end of the day, man, like, this is an example of a woman tearing down another woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's fucked up, because aren't they all in search of equality, especially from the workplace or in the workplace? Don't you want that, especially when you work in a male-dominated job? Right? I don't need to bond together. And I really am one of those people that don't give a fuck about seniority, bro. Listen, there's always going to be somebody better. There's always a phenom. There's always somebody that's great at something at a younger age than you. Maria Taylor just fits that fucking profile, bro. She wouldn't have had the meteoric rise that she has. Would never happen. She went from college football to NBA anchor in 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. And she ain't played no NBA. She a volleyball player, ain't she?
And that ain't that's the fucked up part. It's like instead of saying, damn, like she's really a rising star in our business, Rachel Nichols, you already have a fucking show on ESPN every day.
Yeah, every day.
You already have a show on ESPN, bro.
That ain't enough, bro.
It ain't enough.
More. We got to conquer. We got to divide and conquer, bro. Divide and conquer.
You fucking host a show.
We can do this shit all day. You already know we can do this shit all day, bro. We can divide and conquer. It's just like, it's the formula, bro.
So,
all right, man. I'm saying with that said, bro, that's
all I gotta say. Fuck Rachel Nichols. Fuck ESPN.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're still watching ESPN, you got a problem, anyways.
Factual.
Ain't no good
for real. If you watching any of that bullshit, bro, I had to untune for real. I watch it occasionally, but I was the kind of guy that was ESPN 9 to 5 all day.
Chris Charles Chuck just dropped. He just dropped the mic.
Yeah. This is all.
That was it.
That was the mic drop right there.
There you go. And with that said, I'm ending the show.
I ain't saying it. One me.
So make sure you follow us on Twitter, man. I got some heaters here. So Locksmith, that's the man. Trotwam, Locksmith, and Real Simba, man. Appreciate all three of y'all. Appreciate all three of y'all.
Numbers.
All right. We will see y'all again some other time, man. It's real fun, fellas. We probably got to do this again, man. All right. Until next time, y'all be cool, man.
All right.